Avoid doing this one thing around your ex. Jealousy, depression, or fake happiness can have many negative behaviors around their ex. However, there's one thing that you should not be doing around your ex. The same rule applies to when you are in a relationship. Stay away from toxic relations and emotions. A toxic relationship is not only harmful, but unhealthy. The truth is, toxic relationships can make your life hell. Escaping from them is anything but easy. What are toxic relationships? A toxic relationship describes partnerships that cost us strength and rob us of energy, in which we argue constantly. A relationship in which we are predominantly sad and dissatisfied. In short, toxic relationships are connections with people who, instead of making us happy, make us unhappy. It is not the relationship per se that is toxic. Rather, the partner's behaviors can have a poisoning effect on a relationship. How do you know if you are toxic around your ex or they are toxic? Before we begin, subscribe to Modern Love Potion because every video you watch will transform you into a woman high-value men can't resist. So click or tap the subscribe button now to not miss out. You can tell relatively quickly whether you are dealing with a toxic person, because a toxic person always leaves us with an uneasy feeling, without us describing exactly what triggered it. We simply feel instinctive that the contact did us no good. Toxic behaviors include escalation of conversations, stubbornness, obtuseness, intransience, boundary transgressions, disrespect, assigning blame, spreading lies, exerting emotional pressure, manipulation, jealousy, resentment, ruthlessness. Toxic behavior is fundamentally wrong, and yet most of those affected let it get the better of them because they do not manage to detach themselves from toxic people. A clear sign that they are in the middle of a toxic relationship. In toxic relationships, you feel bad and as if you can't manage to break free from them. To break out. If the other person threatens to break up, you panic because you have slipped into an emotional dependency. There are numerous other indications of a toxic relationship. You should be alert to these signals. Number 1. Dependence. Many things no longer happen in a toxic relationship of our own free will. We are no longer ourselves, always anxious to please our partner, to appease him. We let much more go through than we should. We put up with insults, glances, accusations, breaches of trust, lies, and much more. We tolerate aggression. We allow ourselves to be blamed. We finally want to have a night out with our friends to pursue our hobby, but our partner accuses us of not spending enough time with him. And instead of pursuing our needs, we back off and skip our date. Although this desire for more time together puts us under enormous pressure. Number 2. Change of the character. Changes in character are also a sign of a toxic relationship. If we were happy, extroverted, and balanced at the beginning of the relationship, we would become more and more withdrawn, sad, and tense over time. In a toxic relationship, you can't do anything right. The other person makes us small and dependent. Our self-esteem is at rock bottom. We stomp through life like a sad sack. Number 3. Premature declarations of love. Eternal love and the 3 magic words. Who doesn't want that from a relationship? Yes, please, but not after just 3 weeks. How credible can a person who seems to know after only a short time that it is a great love, that there is a soulmate in the partnership, and that you can never be without the other person again? Having a crush is a beautiful feeling. Butterflies in the stomach are entirely normal in the love phase. But great vows of love are exaggerated, not authentic, and above all, not honest. This idealized idea exists only in the toxic partner's head. Number 4. Egoism. The sovereignty of speech is always with our partners. His opinion, his principles, his rules are what counts. If we manage to gain a moment of freedom of speech, the toxic partner will immediately nip this attempt in the bud. He will find a way to regain the attention he lost for a split second. The conversation will immediately become one-sided again. Our feelings and opinions will not matter. Number 5. Control. The toxic partner is a good listener, but be careful. This impression is deceptive. First and foremost, he wants to know everything about us to control us. He asks for our needs and satisfies them. He gives us the feeling, I am the right one. He wants us to feel complete, and exactly when we do that, the ex-partner opens up other sides and makes our lives hell. He wants us all to himself, cuts us off from our friends and family, especially when they notice something is wrong. Hey, are you liking the video so far? If so, I have good news. Make sure you like and subscribe to Modern Love Potion, because every video you watch will transform you into a woman high-value men can't resist, and you'll never miss our videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also, if you have a story you want to share with me or other people watching this video in the Modern Love Potion community, write a comment below. Okay, so where were we? Number 6. Emotional stress. Toxic people will emotionally beat up their partners, leave them alone with their problems at night, deprive them of sleep. Furthermore, a toxic person will hurt their partner, take out their frustrations, not clear up misunderstandings, not make concessions, make them small and ridiculous, question their competencies, and simply destroy them mentally. Be aware of one thing. Whatever you do, you are guaranteed not to do anything right. How do toxic relationships develop, you may wonder? Well, it sounds paradoxical, but toxic relationships start wonderfully. Too good to be true. No other saying applies so well to the beginning of a toxic relationship. An intense merging into a we takes place, and the feeling of having arrived. We rejoice in a happy relationship. Although everything started so wonderfully, we soon experience martyrdom. The partner will begin to nag at us, constantly criticize us, blame us, or keep a nasty silence. And it won't be long before they question the once perfect relationship. Toxic people are a mess. They hate themselves. But instead of dealing with it, they transfer those bad feelings to their partner or ex-partner. Their partner acts as a kind of projection screen. He shares his sensitivities so that the partner feels humiliated, guilty, worthless, desperate. The toxic partner does this to get rid of everything he hates and get what he lacks: strength, life, energy, and attention. He knows that the more he hurts his counterpart, the more he gets back. Toxic people hardly feel themselves and transfer their unresolved pain to others. Everything they cannot feel themselves, they make their partner feel. This is how a toxic person can survive. They dispose of all repressed content and emotions. So, what to do if you acted toxic around your ex? Healthy people simply cannot believe that such a thing is done to them, that people are capable of such emotional abuse at all, that the person who is supposed to love them is capable of such cruel acts. Any attempts at explanation on the part of the healthy partner are unnecessary. Wake up and question your actions. Wake up. Do some soul searching. Instead of trying to get rid of your negative feelings and fears, accept them. Become one with them. Face them. Examine your wishful thinking of a relationship. A list of all the good and bad aspects proves to be helpful. Formulate your expectations of your partner and your partnership. If you recognize a contradiction between your wishes and the actual situation, ask yourself whether you will want to accept this. Stay strong. A toxic relationship is blinding. Consult your family and friends and let them open your eyes, and most importantly, stay strong. If you want to know how likely your chances are to get back with your ex, click our Ex Back quiz in the first description below. Also, if you want to see our best videos, click the videos on the screen now. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on any of our videos, and I'll see you next week.